gaming, entertainment. Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Diablo 2 Resurrected. If you weren't able to catch the first part in this series, here's a link in case you want to see what events led up to this moment. In this video, we're going to be moving on to Quest 2 of Act 1, called Sister's Burial Grounds, and then set up to move on to the third quest, the Search for Cain. In Quest 2, we're going to try taking out the Blood Raven that is raising the dead in an attempt to terrorize the rogue encampment. And shortly afterwards, we're going to be going through a couple of different locations and setting up to rescue our beloved Decker Cain. We are making some slow and steady progress on the Sorceress. I just can't wait to round up the runes we need to start making rune words that'll help us out. So, how's about we go get into some trouble?
Presence honors me.
That sounds better to me. Like, oh, I just completed the Den of Evil quest. That's what that sound was. Let's go back to the Bloodmoor. We're going to get the Cold Plains waypoint here in a second. How are these gloves? Not as good as mine, but I will sell them. And then I got a couple potions, so let's ramp on. And once we press forward, we're going to remember we have a chilling armor. I think it's called chilling armor. Frozen armor. We have a frozen armor skill. We're going to boost up our defenses, which, by the way, we didn't read that. Increase your defense and freezes enemies that hit you. It costs 7 mana, which doesn't hurt because the duration down at the bottom is 144 seconds. So you spend 7 mana and you have more defense for 2.5 minutes. It freezes enemies that hit you for 1.2 seconds, which is very handy because once they hit you, you want a second to either reposition or hit them a couple times, so that helps. And then your defense is up 30%. So once we get past Flavi here, let's see what Flavi has to say.
Beware, the evil is strong ahead.
Once we get past Flavi here, I'm gonna pop that once I see some bad guys for a little bit of defense bonus. There is a Cold Plains waypoint, by the way, so now I can teleport back to town or teleport back to the Cold Plains. Very handy. Get all waypoints. You should definitely get all waypoints. So let's test this out. Right now my defense is 17. Right now a Fallen has an average chance to hit me at 12%, but if I pop this frozen armor, my defense is now 22, and that percentage goes down to 10. So let's run with that. Ooh, these are bigger people. Now that one of them tried swinging at me, I can see what their percentage to hit is. Whoops, this tab. So they have a 23% chance to hit me. The more defense, the better. There's another key. There's a loose boulder. Nothing underneath it. Such as my life. Let's reset my stamina shrine so I can run for a while. Now, as you saw, one of those Fallen turned blue. That's because he did hit me. Even though the desync was a little tricky. He looked further away than he was. But that means he hit me, and he froze for 1.2 seconds. While I'm shooting a bow with arrows, I do try to pick up arrows to reset that quantity. They go from the ground to your arrows on your person and then to your inventory with whatever's left. Not necessary to keep them. 500 shots is a lot considering what we're doing with this bow and how low we are with Act 1 difficulty. We are doing some serious damage. I'm too far away. We're able to reposition before I can make it to them. Alright, let's do this. How long does that freeze them for? Cold length is 7.4 seconds. Mana cost is 3. Cold damage is 4 to 6. Now, cold damage 4 to 6 is not great or terrible. Like, as I shoot this bow, I'm doing almost the same amount of damage. Way higher minimum. Not way higher, but a higher minimum. But the ability to slow them down with that cold is excellent. Let's see if this bow is better than mine. 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Negative. Let's also not forget I can recast my shield. Who's over here resurrecting these guys? I can't shoot in there and take out these resurrectors. Hey, one came out. That was dumb. Got him. And that's everybody. So, with these arrows, when I pick them up, they're going to fill this back up, and then they're going to stack on top of that. And then once that's... Oh, they changed it. It's supposed to stack on top of that. But... oh, well.
I am overburdened.
Let's see if this bow is better than mine. 1 to 4, same thing, but it's got 3 sockets. So those sockets are for gems. You put gems in there, and it adds damage or poison, which is damage over time. I just heard a gem. Oh, that was a ring. Hey, there's finally some armor. Some quilted armor. Required strength is 12 on this, which is very low. I could have stopped leveling up strength a while ago to wear that, but we're going to go ahead and pump everything into vitality now because I have an idea on how much strength I need in order to put armor on. Desync. Ah. Low quality leather armor versus superior quilted armor. I'd be willing to bet the low quality leather armor has more. Nope. And that's because this has a 15% enhanced defense. That's why it's a little bit, just a little bit better. Alright, well, I think I'm done with the bow. Let's knock some things out and get things done. How's that sound? Do a charm? I do love me some charms. Oh no, somebody's still alive. Alright, now we can sort some stuff. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's put this here. Whoops. More damage and more defense. Now, unfortunately, it says 1 to 3 lightning damage. That is not adding to my firebolt or adding to my ice bolt. That is strictly melee damage. Not terrible, but I'm going to be a sorceress, and sorceresses don't require melee. Whoops. I'm going to stock this up. Go back over here. Pick up the quilted armor and see what that does. Less defense and attacker takes damage of 1. Let's roll with what I've got. More defense. I think that owl just laughed at me. So Kasia has us in the cold plains. We're looking for the burial grounds. And as you saw right there, the melee damage has added lightning damage. Let's take this back in the day. This is the graphics that I used to play on back in the day. I still love this game, man. The graphics are much smoother. Let's pop out some bad guys. How's that sound? I wanted to hit this guy, but things happen.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Alright, we're going to make a trip back to town because I'm leaving a lot of stuff on the ground that holds value. When you're in town, you have unlimited stamina. As you run around, it doesn't use it. So feel free to run around. Sell all that stuff. We didn't identify this ring. It's strictly melee. Strictly melee, and that minimum or maximum damage is a melee thing, and attack rating is a melee thing. It doesn't do us any good, so we're gonna go ahead and sell it. Let's see if we can find a staff that runs really well. Frozen armor, ice bolt, and warmth. That's pretty solid. Let's see if any of these are worth our while. There is out there a +3 to Firebolt, which comes in big time handy at this low level. So we're going to keep an eye out for something like that. 15,000 for that one. But that's kind of like what I was talking about. We have very little amounts of money for the things that we want to do at the moment. And yes, I am a potion hoarder. Because at some point in time, you're going to be chugging these things like crazy. Now, when you pick up items, they come damaged. Over here is Charcy.
I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Most of them are now corrupted by Ondario.
Charcy, being the blacksmith, she repairs your stuff. So, you go to trade and repair, and there's a button here to repair all equipment that you have on back to their full potential durability. This one's back to 20, and as I hit on things, that thing's going to come down. 12, 20, 12, you know, so on and so forth. Let's see if we can't find that burial ground real quick. We're going to run past a bunch of stuff. Go straight for the quest. What is this? This is the stony field. We're going to come here after the burial ground. A lot of times what I like to do is round them up, cowboy, and then just go to town. Go over this way. Looking at the map, following that trail over here. Round them up, cowboy. Get us some XP. Pop, 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 pop. See, this orange guy right here, he's a special. He has the ability to res those, even that res. So my goal is to knock him out as soon as possible. Good night. Nope, didn't get him this time. Oh, he's also immune to fire. I didn't notice that. So we're gonna hit him with some cold. He's gone. Let's work on the next set of resers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. If they're all dead, I just go to town.
Not enough mana.
And then we'll clean up everybody else with the fist. Drop some rare leather gloves over there. That's nice. Short staff. Let's see if I can pop some mana in my belt. Identify these gloves. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. That's a big step forward compared to where we were at. Now this staff, let's see what it's got. I'm gonna lose out on my firebolt if I go that route. And firebolt's not bad to have. Let's break down firebolt. For a cost of 2.5, you deal 3 to 6 damage. Versus my Ice Bolt, you're going to spend 0.5 more and deal 5 to 8. So I could just go strictly Ice Bolt. Damage to undead. I want to say that only counts for melee. It doesn't count for spells. %chance to cast level 3 Ice Bolt is actually pretty snazzy. As you've already seen, this is Ice Bolt. So on attack, as I swing, there's a 5% chance to cast an Ice Bolt on top of my swing. 5% is pretty low, but every little bit helps. When you run out of mana and you got to start swinging, all of a sudden, poof, an Ice Bolt appears. Could save you. Alright, right here is the burial grounds. You saw right there, that was the Ice Bolt I was talking about. These guys are so slow, that's why I pretty well melee them. The quest here, kill Blood Raven. So Blood Raven is an archer. And she has the ability to res, I don't know if it's just zombies or zombies and skeletons or what it is, but she has a lot of health and she hurts a lot. Let's take out some of her meat shield.
Not enough mana.
By the looks of it, she is only rezzing zombies. And she's also very quick. I don't know if I mentioned that. She is fast. Fast as fuck, boy! Don't run. Don't run. Don't run. We got her. Now everybody else is going to die by that lightning damage.
I can't carry it.
We're going to find a way to pick up that bow. Because it's probably going to sell these. Alright. Return to Kasia for your reward. We're going to press forward. And we're going to go on to the stony... What's it called? We're going to go on to Stony. I can't remember what it's called. Stony Field. Hey, stamina. We're going to go on to the Stony Field, get the waypoint there, and then go back to town and sell some stuff. It's very chill. Hey, there was a 5% ice bolt. Let's go in here. A couple guys behind the wall I didn't see. The bookshelf, I believe you can click on? No? So there's nothing in this one. Okay. Here are the stones. This is for a later quest. We're going to have to remember this spot. We're going to clear it out. There's a guy right there named Rakanishu. And Rakanishu does a lot of damage. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I told you. Lots of damage. See, they got me because I walked in there. And then they surrounded me. So I was stuck. But it's okay. I lose a little bit of money. In Nightmare difficulty, you actually lose experience, and then in Hell difficulty, you lose even more experience each time you die. I'm not so worried about it in normal, but keep in mind, if you ran a hardcore character right there, the game is over. You can no longer play this character because she's died, and I don't like that. I like being able to die and then just go back and get my body. Now, if I had teleport, this would be a little faster, but nonetheless, I probably screwed up by not having my armor. Hey, I leveled. Round him up, cowboy.
These stones radiate powerful magic.
Put everything back in your belt the way it should be. Alrighty. Let's kill that guy. Preserved head and hard leather armor. So hard leather armor is the one I was talking about earlier with higher strength requirements. I don't know why I just did that, but we're going to ditch that. Pick this up. See... It requires 20 strength, so good thing I got 26. What's up? But look at that. Double defense almost. And poison resist. That's a better move forward. And the preserved head actually sells quite well. So we're going to go that route. Since I leveled, we're going to pump some vitality. Because vitality, no doubt, is one of your main attributes that you want to pump into. By the time this character is done being built, I will have just enough strength to wear the gear that I want. No energy. Like, I'm not dumping any points into energy. I shouldn't have to dump anything into dexterity because of the type of character I am. Dexterity's not a necessity. But then everything else goes into vitality. Right around, I think, 125 or 130 or so is how much strength we're going to need in order to wear the gear we're going to want to wear. And then everything else gets dumped into vitality. So until I get that gear that requires more strength, I'm not pumping into strength. I can reset my stats when I need to, but one skill point, we're going to throw it into Ice Blast. So at level 6, we are level 6 now. At level 6, this next row of skills unlocks. So right now you can get these and these, but where is it? None of these. I'll say these are the start of their tree. This is the start of its tree, but in order to get Ice Blast, I would have had to get Ice Bolt, which I've already got. So let's pump one into Ice Blast. Put Ice Blast on my F2. There is an Ice Blast, by the way. Quite strong. 9 to 14 cold damage. It does cost twice as much mana. For, what, 10 to 18. For almost the same amount of damage as you would if you shot 2 Ice Bolts. 2 Ice Bolts at, 2 Ice Bolts at level 3. So... it's kind of a give and take. Do you want to kill one guy with 1 shot or one guy with 2 shots and use the same amount of mana? It's a juggle you're going to have to place on your own. Let's look for a waypoint, and then we're going to press forward through the underground passage. Yeah, let's skip these guys. I need stamina, so I'm walking. Ooh, ooh. I don't think crude boots would be better than what I have. Nope. Let's go back to town real quick. Even though I should just press forward and look for that waypoint. Hey,
Hello?
Kasha, thank you for the reward.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
Alrighty, people, this is where I'm going to leave you off for episode 2. In completion of Quest 2, you'll see that Kasha has given me a mercenary to assist in my future endeavors. When we return in episode 3, I'm going to be running you through how to gear your merc and some of the stats and skills associated with them. Many hurdles lie between us and the completion of Quest 3, but it's all for good reason. Great things about this game begin to come together with Quest 3, and the story begins to unfold. Thanks again for keeping up with the battle against the dark forces of Diablo. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to get the alerts for future episodes. See ya!